Over the summer, I spoke to graduates from the class of 2019 about what they felt made them successful in securing their roles. While there's no doubt the labour market they graduated into looks quite different to that of now, somehow the things they share seem more relevant now than ever before. I first spoke to Nnenna, who moved to Canada after graduating in law, and I asked her what she felt made her successful in securing her position as a higher education consultant.
I found this role online and went for it with the full force of everything I had in me. I applied. I then Googled the company and found the email address contact, wrote a long email to them. I found the director and followed her on LinkedIn. I called to make sure that they'd received the email. I think I pushed it to the point where they couldn't say no to an interview. I thought to myself, if I can just get through the door, I will not let her say no.
My name is Tania. I graduated from UCL with a BA in geography, working in infrastructure and project finance. I would say hard work, determination, and just being proactive. I know it's cliche, but it's definitely something that really helped me secure the role that I'm in now. So I did an internship with the current employer. I guess during the internship, I worked really hard. If there was something that came up, I would, put my hand up and say, hey, can I help with this? I found people on LinkedIn who were from the same company, and I just thought, hey, is it okay if we're going to have a quick coffee chat? Can we just meet up and just want to find out more about your team and what they do and what you do in your role? And people are more than happy to just have a sit down and have a coffee.
I really like this from Tania. At a time when it can feel like we don't have much control, it can feel super empowering to talk one-to-one with people about what makes you curious about the work they do. People are always more receptive than you might imagine, and I like how both Tania and Nnenna talk about determination. Next up, I spoke to engineering graduate Mohamed about what he felt made him successful in securing his role as a consultant.
So actually, I feel like there are a few reasons behind that. So like, first off, there is a lot of discipline behind application. And there's a saying that I've heard from someone that I thought was very spot on, was more of like, it is a job to get a job. And a lot of people always get to think about the fact that it's a side thing, that you're just going to throw this one application every now and then, you're just going to land a job. It does happen sometimes, but based on what I've seen, the odds are very, very slim. And you need to make the time for it rather than like wait until you do have the time for it and do it. Because I've seen a lot of people where they've got so many assignments, so many stuff to get through. And then the problem is that they always push the applications when they've actually done all the stuff that they need to do. And this time never comes. Having this discipline of, okay, these are what I need to apply for, and Monday I'm going to apply for this, Tuesday I'm going to apply for this. And at the end of the day, even if it doesn't work for any case, you've actually done your best. This links back to the second point that I wanted to speak about, was persistence, because you're going to get rejected. And I remember my very first rejection email, and I took it very personally. I was like, okay, am I not good enough? Like, what's going on? I started asking around, and this is how it works. Like, you're not expected to get your first successful email going like, okay, here, we're inviting you for an interview. And then this is what a lot of people don't get and don't understand, is it's fine when you're applying to get rejected. And this is what makes a lot of difference, because you might be applying as everyone else in your class, and you start feeling like, okay, my friend got an offer from there and my other friend got an offer from there. And then you start feeling the pressure is piling. And what you need to understand is that it's really not a race.
It really isn't a race, but boy can it feel like one. I really like how Mohamed normalizes the idea of rejection by talking to the people around him, helping him realize nice and early that rejection absolutely does not equal failure, emphasizing the importance of persisting with applications, especially in that super systematic way that Mohamed describes. I next spoke to Kisum about what he felt made him successful in co-launching a global award-winning startup.
To have a very high level of self-awareness. I think it's incredibly important in whatever you do to be able to have that reflection. Are you doing the things that you want to be doing, right? Are you feeling happy and motivated? Are you feeling energized? It's like you're playing Sims, but with yourself, right? You know what your needs are, you know what your goals are. Most effective way of improving that self-awareness, I would say, is to journal every single day. Journal stuff that about what you care about what you did, and how did you feel when you did that. And eventually, you'll be able to build that self-awareness and notice patterns of, oh, when I started learning about web design, I was surprisingly not as tired when I was learning about how to build a supply chain. And having that level of self-awareness, I think, really helps in the long run.
So there you have it. Between developing your knowledge of what drives you to persisting in the face of inevitable rejections, well, so the path to a graduate role that works for you begins to clear. I want to say a huge thank you to Nnenna, Tania, Kisum, and Mohamed for sharing their insights in this episode, and it's my personal aim to feature your stories in this channel in years to come. I can't wait for that. That's it from me for this week. I'll see you next time.